Yeah, it says GSTL,
yeah.
GSL crevasse, just to make it really, really annoying. I believe there is a version of this map where they added more acronyms to it, which obviously makes it better. I bring the one and only Bling. It's in the orange trunks, and it is playing. I say it because it's actually some kind of Protoss playing robot. He is playing to the southeast. Protoss, needless to say, versus the one and only Osigalas. He is in the yellow trunks. He is playing Zerg to the southwest.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Bling did the same again, to be honest.
Why not?
I mean, you know, the 4-gate is pretty good still, and even though it got changed a few patches ago, it's still good. And if you think about the patch changes, it delayed the time for the upgrade of the research for Warp Gate. And against a Platinum Zerg player, that is almost nullified to the point where he's not going to be up to speed. He's going to slow himself down.
Yeah.
So the timing of that 4-gate will hit just as hard as it would do regularly if we saw, like, you know, 4-gate versus Idra, for example.
Yes, indeed, and he's going to go for it. He'll be able to scout that pretty much immediately. Overlord is on the way for Osigalas. No nonsense for Osigalas either for the moment. Wants to try and play a straight-up macro game, which is tricky, honestly, against any kind of aggressive 4-gate play.
And we are going to have the probe going and scout early. And I'm sure Bling's, you know, happy for that because, you know, this guy wants to go for that fast hatchery. That's the reason why he chose this map. Though it looks like he's going to get it up there. Actually, he's going to go ahead and hatch first. And even hatch first, you know, it's not a really good build against Protoss players, even in the recent metagame, simply because of, you know, he can Chrono Boost the Zealot and Stalker out, and you're not going to have speed, you're going to have late Zerglings, and so on and so on.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Now, we did see Bling put down his gateway on 13 supply this time as opposed to his usual 12, so feeling a bit comfortable at the moment.
Indeed he is, and he's just going around scouting, checking out the spawning pool time, realizes that it still isn't down. He can check the gas, when does the gas go down, and I'm pretty sure that if he doesn't see gas, he can just Chrono Boost units out, and basically go kill them immediately. But I think that, you know, he would probably just stick to the same game plan, get up to that 20 probe count, and then just cut probes, and go ahead and 4-gate.
I'll give him credit. Osigalas is actually winning the APM war at the moment. I think I saw Bling drop down at 0 there. That was the point where he actually left the computer to go and get a sandwich.
Yeah, he got a sandwich, came back.
Protoss easy race, man. No macro required.
It is. You just shift-click around and everything builds for itself.
Pretty much. It's kind of like Supreme Commander
that way.
Yeah, I was
going to say that, actually, yeah.
That's a good game. Don't mock it.
And the Zealot, you can see the Zealot's already waypointed over there to go exactly to the base. And I think he's going to Chrono Boost the Stalkers, to be honest, because you don't really want to Chrono Boost the Zealot, because if you do, that means you have to build 2 Zealots, because it comes out too fast.
Yeah.
And instead of waiting for the Stalker. So you can see now the Zealot is going to finish at the same time the Chrono Boost can be put onto a Stalker if he decides to do that. There is the Stalker. Is he going to Chrono Boost the Gateway, or is he just going to Chrono Boost the Cybercore?
No, I think he's just going to ignore that for the time being.
Yeah, he just wants to 4-gate, but he'll still put aggression on with this Stalker. But if he Chrono Boosts the Gateway, that means he can't 4-gate as fast. And you can see that the probe is still alive. It will go ahead and build a pylon as soon as that Zealot gets there, and so on.
Okay,
so 1, 2, 3 gateways. There's the 4-gate in the main base of Bling, and it's scouted as well. So I mean, he can throw down like 3 spine cores right now. But I don't think, well, we'll have to see how he's going to react. I don't want to say if he's going to or not.
Yeah, turtling up perhaps with spine crawlers, considering he does have that pocket expansion, might not be the worst idea in the world. He does have a second one coming in right there. And if he can hold the 4-gate and actually stay ahead economically, then he's got a good shot at it. He only has 18 drones at the moment, needs to work on a few more of those. Actually building Zerglings as well. But yeah, more spine crawlers would probably be the best bet. And of course, try and creep spread over here as well.
Well, he has no gas. This is really, really bad. And the latest possible time he can take gas against his Protoss is like 18. You know, he's at 26 supply now. He's building nothing but slowlings and spine crawlers. And the spine crawlers are just defending one area. And Bling can easily maneuver around and go to a different location.
Yep, and Osigalas looking for the surround on the Stalker right there. Could have maybe got the Zealot if he'd targeted that, but that's not going to happen right now. There we go, Bling about to finish his warp gate. There's the warp gate tech done, and Bling in a couple of seconds will warp in a round of units, and then things are going to start to get a little bit stressful for Osigalas.
So warp gate finishes now, and he warps in 4 Stalkers immediately, and this is where the pain's going to begin. He has got a lot of energy saved up on these queens, so he can transfuse a lot. But at the same time, I don't even think Bling knows about 3 spine crawls there, and he might want to cancel that pylon and go ahead and just attack in a different location.
Yeah, the thing about these spine crawler walls is the fact that they're put on the main and they're actually not over here. They could have defended this ramp and stopped this pocket expansion from being annihilated. So what's going to happen? 3 queens against that many stalkers is a bit messy. He's going to go for it anyway. It hasn't quite joined up. And there's the warp in with the Zealots, which is where things start to get a bit stressful for these queens. He does. He gets the clutch transfuse and a second transfuse right there. Osigalas, nicely played. He will lose the queen regardless, but he kept it alive for a few more seconds.
And Bling can just warp in units over and over and over again. And eventually he'll have enough to just smash through these spine crawlers, lings, and queens. The economy right now is really bad. 13 drones, which is really, really bad for this stage of the game.
I think
he's just going to smash through.
I think we can safely say, we're not one for calling premature GGs, but I think we can safely say this is probably over, considering Bling is now stomping on everything that Osigalas holds dear. He has to have a couple of spine crawlers still up, but Bling can keep warping those units. He's not stressed. He did one little bit, 8 more Zerglings on the way, and that, as far as I can say, is that.
And yeah, I mean, just simple micro, pulling back the orange-red health units, aside from the Stalker that actually gets surrounded by drones, but that's all right. He warps in more units now. The final spine crawler, 2 queens, is about to fall, and like you said, not one to call premature GG, but I think this is one right here.
Yeah, when it's that one-sided, there's really nothing you can do.